Hello, this presentation is one of a series of nuggets mined from Polk County history. It is brought to you by the Polk County Historical Society. These short historical vignettes are prepared from material in the Society's library, which is housed at the Polk County Museum, which is on the south side of the Polk County Fairgrounds. Our presenter is Polk County historian, author, and longtime Historical Society member, Scott MacArthur.
So let's imagine something. You are a county commissioner in Polk County. It is 1852. There has been a big trial. It was expensive. It just about broke the county. It was a murder case. The murderer was a fellow by the name of Return William Everman. He was convicted. He would be hanged by the sheriff 8 days later. His brother, Hiram Everman, pleaded guilty to being an accessory. Judge Orville Pratt sentenced Hiram Everman to 3 years confinement, and then he headed on up to the next county to handle another court. Two other accused accessories were David Coe and Enoch Smith. They were scheduled for trial at a later date. That trial, thank heavens, was going to be held in another county. The victim of the murder was Cyrenus Hooker. He lived near the Evermans out at Rickreall. He'd accused Return William Everman of burglarizing his house and stealing his gold watch. Everman later confessed that he shot Hooker with a shotgun, which he borrowed from Smith. Return Everman had a sensitive personality. He did not cotton to being accused of being a criminal. And after the slaying, all four of the defendants headed south for California and the gold fields. Now, they were pursued and they were captured down near Scottsburg by a Polk County posse, and they were returned to Polk County and Dallas for trial. Now, the Historical Society has an extensive collection of photographs. There's about 54,000 of them. But we don't have any photographs of the defendants. We don't have a photograph of Cyrenus Hooker, the settler who was murdered, nor of the county's first courthouse, which was located in North Dallas. We do have a photo of Washington Smith Gillum, the county sheriff who officiated at the hanging, and we're going to show that to you now. Hiram Everman's sentence posed a problem. Polk County had no jail. Oregon had a prison. It was a log cabin located up at Oregon City, but it burned down. And there was at the time a great argument as to where the territorial and later state capital was to be built, whether it was to be located in Oregon City or elsewhere. The territorial legislature was not going to build a new prison until that issue was resolved, so there was no place to put this fella. The trial and the cost of keeping the prisoners under armed guard at the four-room county courthouse at Cynthian, that was what they called North Dallas in those days, had cost the county about $500, and that was an awful lot of money in those days. Today's money was about the same as $15,000, and they didn't have that kind of cash just floating around. Consider also that the biggest expense the county previously had experienced was building its courthouse, which cost all of $750. Then, genius struck. You know, you had to be nimble to survive in early Polk County. The county commissioners also had limited judicial authority, as they called themselves the county court. And so they just decided that that gave them authority to handle this problem. And they decided that they were going to sell the prisoner, Hiram Everman, at auction. So on the morning of May 11, 1852, Return William Everman was marched up to the gallows in front of the courthouse, and he was hanged by Sheriff Washington Smith Gillum. Now, this was Gillum's first hanging, and he didn't do a very good job of it. The rope was too short. It didn't break his neck. Return William Everman died slow. Then, before the crowd went home, Hiram Everman was auctioned off. There was a farmer down at Buena Vista by the name of Theodore Prather, and he bid $500, and the county commissioners ordered Hiram Everman handed over to Prather. And in exchange for the $500 and the cost of feeding him and taking care of him during the 3 years of his sentence, Prather got the benefit of Everman's work and services for the 3 years of his sentence. Prather, shortly thereafter, moved to the southern part of the state, the Oak Creek area down in what now is Douglas County. Hiram Everman had originally apprenticed as a carpenter, and so he helped Prather build a house and outbuildings on a farm down there. Everman was a good worker, but it was not a good deal for Prather. In the fall election of 1852, the Whigs got voted out of power. A new territorial governor, Joseph Lane, was appointed. Lane was a Democrat. Hiram Everman's friends petitioned the governor for a remittance of the rest of Hiram Everman's sentence. Lane signed the order and ordered that Everman be set free. Well, Prather got a copy of the order and he complied. He gave Everman $20 and a good horse and turned him loose. Prather later came to the county commissioners of Polk County for a refund of the unearned portion of the $500 that he paid. The county commissioners turned him down.